Hi, everybody in HDEC 100 Essential Skills for Human Service Workers. We are starting week 11. Oh my gosh, I am kind of blown away that we're at week 11 already. The summer's crept up fast on me, and I don't know if it's having the two courses. I don't know if it's the other work I'm doing at the college, but it's definitely moving fast. We are very close to the end of the course, and I want to congratulate you all for hanging in there. It's not easy taking a course over the summer. This is not necessarily an easy course for your fields of study for early childhood education assistant, indigenous human service worker. This isn't part of what you do in your job or what we think is behind the job. Academic writing, applied writing, observations most definitely apply across the board in all our professions. Um, Applied writing skills, they're necessary skills. We all do presentations at some point, and they're very useful to know that it's more than just putting words on a slide and cramming it all together and submitting it. And for the academic writing, we may not all write articles for our related fields, write articles to submit to our professional journals, but we may be writing for grant reports. We may be writing for program reviews. All of this becomes academic writing because we are applying the ideas of research to this. We are choosing a topic and we are presenting it in a connected and cohesive format, and we are referencing what we write. I don't want you to come out of this course thinking APA is the most horrible thing in the world, and that's all I learned in this course, and I didn't even learn that very well. Styles of writing, the American Psychological Association writing for APA for social sciences, MLA or for more of the or more sciences, geography, history, those kinds of things, and Chicago style, more academic styles as well, are all just ways that professionals put in their attributions to their work. It's not saying that everything doesn't come out of our head. We get ideas from other people. So it's really important that we acknowledge that. And more, what we're doing with the academic integrity and in terms of artificial intelligence. So I want to call up just a couple of things to take a look at. I think I've lost my page. Lost my page. There it is. Nope, I don't have it. So, all right, I'm just going to move forward. I don't want to stop the video. So what I want to look at this week is, well, first thing, I want to talk about the digital presentations. Applause to all of you. You took on that sort of self-motivated piece, used the discussion board as a bounce off and definitely supports for other people. But many of you were able to wind your way through the resources, applying your own previous knowledge and learned knowledge, using the knowledge of those around you to find a topic, do some research on it, present some key facts, and build in aspects of putting together a PowerPoint presentation. For those of you who chose to do Google Slides and those of you who do Canva, same thing. You looked at the tool and said, how can I use this? How can I apply all those? How can I use all the tools and what's effective in it? I appreciate that many of you also went to presentation mode. So there was transitions from slides, all sorts of transitions. We don't always use all the toys in the tool, all the tools in the toy box, all the toys in the toy box, all the tools in the toolbox. But knowing they're there and how they can enhance it. And I think if we come out with one thing from the digital presentations, it's everything I do in my presentation contributes to the knowledge in that presentation. The color scheme I choose, the design I choose, the images I choose, the video I choose, the font style I choose, the references I choose. All of that contributes to what the messages I'm trying to say, because we never know what somebody is going to take away from a presentation. It may be that one image that says it all for them in terms of the presentation, maybe a quote. It may be the color scheme. We all think and react different ways. And so I appreciate the work that went into it. I applaud you all for the diligence you put into presenting it. I appreciate the frustrations that many of you experienced during that piece. I was here the whole time. Some of you used the draft, some of you didn't, but I was here the whole time to support you in what you were doing and getting that notification there. I hope that you come out with that with some ideas that you can carry forward into future courses, whether it's for assignment presentation or presentations for things within your field of study. We're now knee deep into the final piece, the academic writing. We have looked at critical thinking, and I love the bumper stickers. I want to create a bumper sticker with all of them on it. But that whole concept of what is critical thinking, what is critical reading, how do I do this? How do I apply this to my work as a student, to my work in my field of study? So really thinking about some of the strategies that came out of there. I hope some of you are hanging on to some of those bumper stickers to put up above your computer or put in your office, just to remind you about, am I doing these things? Am I reading critically? Am I thinking critically? Am I questioning what I'm reading? Why am I reading this? Besides, somebody told me to read it. The annotated bibliography has turned into a real challenge. And I appreciate that maybe it was my lack of clarity. It is simply for you, for all of us, to learn how to do one. I know for a fact in the Indigenous Human Service Worker course, in the Early Childhood course, in the Education Assistant course, there are assignments that ask you to put together an annotated bibliography. Now you've done one. It's not, a lot of you are overthinking this assignment. It's simply, here's a topic, here's 5 resources, here's the annotation for the resource. So I know who wrote it, what the prime ideas are about it, whether it's, the pros and cons of the article, yet it's well written, it's too confusing. I mean, I haven't gone through all your assignments yet. I'm hoping to get to them later today. This is Friday that I'm recording this. You will have feedback on it by Sunday night at 9 p.m. I haven't got to marking them yet. And as always, if you want to build on the feedback on any assignment from the Dropbox, you have till the end of term to do that. So relax a little and continue forward. So the annotated bibliography is simply the opportunity to do it. So it's not an unfamiliar term. Oh yeah, right, we did that in 100. I remember how to do that. I've got the notes. You've got mine that I did. And so you pull that up and you do it. Now we're moving into this week, starting on the 14th of July. We're moving into writing the thesis and outline for our final paper. So whether you're doing an article review, whether you're doing a small lit review, or whether you're doing a research essay, you still need to have an opening premise. What is this paper going to talk about? What is this review going to discuss? So that I have that thesis statement. You're starting to put that thesis statement together. And then you're going to show me your outline. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Like I said, in the discussion board, there is a list of outline structures there's 36 of us in the class, 33 of us pretty active right now. There's at least 33 possibilities for outline. I just need to see it in point form, in draft form. I don't care if you take a picture of it because you've done it on paper and pencil. It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be referenced. It doesn't have to be APA. I'm even willing to forego spelling and typing on this. I just need to see that you have a plan, that you put together a plan, or for some of you who maybe like me are a little chaotic in writing, are trying to use a plan. You may not use it all together, but you've tried to put together a plan. It's just an exercise in putting together a plan. Don't overthink this one. But if you do it on the topic that you're doing your final assignment on, then you've got something to build on. And then we move into doing the final assignment, doing the editing. I have been back and forth. The assignment talks about you using each other as editors, peer editors. You can email each other through the D2L. I realize that everybody's busy and maybe you're not feeling comfortable sharing your writing with somebody. We've got used to knowing people on the discussion board, and you may have some people that you think, yeah, I would like this person to review my writing or ask something. If you're going to ask a peer, ask them a specific question. Can you take a look at my third paragraph? It seems disjointed to me. So that way somebody knows exactly what you want feedback on. Don't ask them just to edit your paper. Ask them something specific that you're struggling with or that you would like some feedback. Can you take a look at my conclusion? Have I pulled together all my thoughts in it? So that way it's an easy please. I really, really, really would like you to use right away just to get used to the system and have somebody else that's totally unrelated to this course have eyes on your paper. I realize that for some of you, that's a pressure and a risk. I am willing to do an edit for your paper. I've thought about this. I am willing to do an edit for your paper. You can use the Dropbox. There's no grades for it. But I will look at one edit for your paper. But again, you have to tell me what you want me to look at. Because if I'm editing the whole paper, then I'm marking the paper. And I don't want to mark the paper twice. So ask me what you want some feedback on, and I will give you some feedback on what you're asking me for. And I will look at that. August the 5th is the end of active classes. I have said that I would like all work in my hands by then, but I also appreciate that there was some confusion with end dates. So I'm going to move the whole thing. So August 5th, I would love to have everything done. The reality is August 16th will stand as the must be in, no extension beyond August 16th. It must be in my hands by August 16th. So those are the two dates to play with. Definitely aim for August 5th. Please aim for August 5th. But August 16th will be my cut date for that to get all the work in place. I think that's where we're at. The discussion board is moving ahead well. I mean, we're providing strategies and providing ideas. I did add one comment to the discussion board this week to talk about, and it's not part of the course, but I think it's been a part of the course all along, that ghosting of artificial intelligence. And so where does it fit in academic writing? How do we use it in academic writing? So I want you to, I invite you to join the conversation on them. I'm going to run silent on that discussion thread. I'm not going to respond to everybody's on it. I just think it's an interesting thread to add that piece to. Finally, as we're coming to the end of the assignments, there is also the course engagement assignment. It has been weeks, 11 weeks, since we started the course and quickly read all the assignments. Now it's time to go back and look at the course engagement and do your reflection. How engaged in this course were you? Could you have been more engaged? What left you feeling left out of the course? What was unsettling about the course for you that sort of turned you off being engaged with the course? What would have helped you be more engaged with the course? So there's where we're at. This week, a focus on getting your thesis and outline together for your final paper, whether you're doing an article review, a small lit review, or a research essay. And get it edited, get it submitted. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you online.